Hello and welcome to day 17 of 25 Days Strong. Today is going to be a strength leg day. It's going to be awesome. We're going to get through it. So let's start with our stretching. As always, feet apart. Let's go down to the ground and stretch and move to that right foot and just keep moving back and forth. Hopefully my microphone cooperates with me today. But today we have two different triple sets for legs. We're starting off strong with hamstrings, moving into quads, and then at the end, we just have a little finisher with some pulsing to make sure that we really destroy those leg muscles. All right, let's take it up. Time to stretch out those quads. Grab something for support and balance, and pull that foot to your butt. Stretch it, feel a nice stretch in those quads, and let's switch sides. Today I have 10-pound weights for the workout, so a heavier set of dumbbells would be awesome to have. All right, switch to the other side. Doing great, getting ready for the day. I'm gonna try to talk not as much today, just in case my microphone goes out for a second time. Last time, stretching, and we're ready. Okay, everything's gonna be 10 reps today. So let's grab those dumbbells. The first exercise you know and love, it's just a deadlift. That is all. If you've been doing these 25 days, you know that deadlifts are like a key part to these workouts. So we know the form. Feet are gonna be a little bit more narrow than your hips. You're gonna keep those knees pretty straight, but a slight bend is totally fine. Hands on the legs, sliding them down. Let's go 10 reps. Here we go. All the way down and up and squeeze at the top. All the way down, a nice neutral flat spine, neutral spine to the head, and up for 2. Down and up for 3. Doing great. Down and up for 4. Down nice and slow. And up. 5, down, and up for 6, down, and up for 7, down, and up for 8, feeling it in the hamstrings, down, up for 9, last one, down, and up for 10. All right, go ahead and drop your weights. The next one we're gonna do is a single leg deadlift. So I want your right foot out in front. I want you to really work on your balance with this one. We are going to hinge at the hips, and we are going to bring that leg parallel with the ground, and then tap back down. Keep that right leg semi-straight. Tiny bit of bend in the knee just so we don't lock it out, but I want you to think that you're like a little pendulum bending forward and that leg is shooting back. Get parallel with the ground. All right, let's start with that right leg. Here we go. 10 reps, working on balance, working on going slow. Here we go, kick it back. Here we go. Good, and bring it forward and tap. Down and tap. Bringing it up, 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 and tap. Doing great. Down, do whatever you need to do with your arms to keep your balance. You can even hold on to something if you need to. Bring that leg up, and that's 5. Doing great. Awesome. Whoop. See, there goes my balance. 6, up, 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 and 7. Great. Up. And 8, you should really feel this in the leg that we're working. Kick it back, back, back. And 9, last one. And 10. All right, let's switch sides. We have that left leg that we are working. Here we go. Kick that right leg back and forward. Everybody has a better side. This is not my better side. Down and up. Kick it back and up for 3. Kicking it back and 4. Kick it back. And 5. Kick it back. And 6. Bringing it all the way back. And 7. Kick it back. And 8. 2 more. Kick it back. 9. And back. And that's 10. All right. Last exercise in this triple set, we're going to be doing curtsy lunges. We're going to go side to side. So I'm going to walk you through this. First, we're going to start just in the middle, feet a little bit wider than your hips. We're going to take our left leg. We're going to step behind and over. So behind and over. And we're going to bend both knees. Now we're going to come back to center, take that right leg going behind and over and bend both knees. So we're going to do that back and forth. We have 10 reps on each side, starting with going to our right. So taking that left leg, let's kick it behind and bend. Other side and bend. And you can use weight for these if you feel like it's not difficult enough. Doing great. Right leg behind and bend. Make sure your back stays nice and flat for these. Standing straight upright, not bending over. Good. Kick that left leg behind. Bend both knees. Back is flat. Good. Other side. 7. Kick that left leg back. Right leg back. 8. Almost done. Back to the side. 9. Back. Last one. And 10. Awesome. All right, take a rest. We're not gonna rest for too long, and then we're gonna get right back into it with our deadlifts. So take about, we'll say 30 seconds of rest, and then we're gonna get right back into it. It's not much cardio because we really slowed things down today, so I wanna make sure that we can still get our heart rate up a little bit by cutting the rest time. So not too much rest today, keep that in mind. All right, guys, let's grab those weights. We have deadlifts. 10 deadlifts. If you need more rest than that, go ahead and pause me. But we're gonna put our dumbbells on our thighs and we are going down. All the way down to the toes, all the way back up and squeeze. All the way down, all the way back up and squeeze. Down, slight bend in the knees, all the way back up and squeeze those glutes. Down and all the way back up. 5. Doing great. 6. Down. All the way back up. 7. Down. All the way back up. 8. Down. And all the way back up. 9. One more. Down. And all the way back up. 10. All right, drop the weights. We're starting with our right foot. All right, here we go. We're gonna kick that left leg back and forward. Kick it back, get really flat and forward. Really push that leg back as far as you can to get that flat back. Back, back, back. 5. Making sure that your hips don't open up to the side though. So making sure you don't rotate. 7. Kick back. 8. Kick back. 9. And last one. Kick it back. And 10. Let's switch sides. All All right, left leg forward, and we are kicking it right back. Oof, this side is always harder for me. Kick, kick, kick. Kick, kick, kick. 3. Doing great. Kick it back. 4. Feeling the burn. 5. 6. Kicking it back. 7. 8. Doing great. Kick it straight back. 9. One more. And kick it back. 10. Awesome. All right, curtsy lunges. Starting facing forward, feet a little bit wider than your hip. Let's take it to our right. Get that left leg, swing it behind, and bend the knees. And up. Other side. Bend the knees. That's 1. Bend the knees. And over and bend. 2. Over. And 3. Good. Over. And 4. And over. And 5. And over. And 6. Doing great. Over. 7. Stay nice and tall with those shoulders. Over. And 8. Over. And 9. Over. And 10. All right, let's go ahead and rest for another 30 seconds. Just taking a nice break. We are moving on to a new triple set of exercises, focusing mostly on quads, but also inner thighs a little bit. We're gonna go through it twice, and then we have our finisher. So I'm gonna show you all of the exercises before we get into it, so continue to rest. The first one's going to be a lunge with a twist. So we're going to do backwards lunges. You're going to step back, and then you're going to twist towards that front leg. Really twist towards the front leg and step back up. We're gonna alternate and twist towards that front leg. Other side and twist. So that's the first one. The next one we're going to do is an overhead squat. We're gonna use one of our dumbbells. I would recommend maybe grabbing a lighter weight for this one, but I'm gonna use one of my dumbbells. Straight overhead, I want your feet to be hip width apart, and you are going to sit back into a squat and keep that back nice and flat and arms straight up above your head. Next one and final one in the series, weights are gonna be on your shoulders, feet are wide, toes are out at about a 45-degree angle, and we're gonna sit down into our sumo squats. Knees are following our toes. So those are our 3 exercises. The first one, the lunge with the twist, you can choose to use dumbbells if you want. I would use 1 dumbbell if you're gonna do it. First time through, I'm not gonna use weight. Second time through, I will to push myself. So let's get into position. We are stepping back with that right leg and then twisting to the left. So let's go ahead and step back and twist. Back, up. Other side, twist, back, up. Other side, twist, back, up. Other side, twist, back, up. Doing great. Twist. And that was 4 on each side. Down, twist. Whew, this one's hard for balance as well. Twist. Today's a little bit about balance, a lot of bit about core strength, and a lot of bit about legs. Down, twist. We're at 6. Back, twist. Back, twist. Back, twist. Awesome. Back, twist. Back, twist. Last one on the other side. Back and twist. All right, let's go ahead and grab one of our dumbbells. We're doing overhead squats. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see the form. Feet hip width apart, hands straight above your head. And let's sit back into that squat. Sit down and up. Really push your weight backwards and keep a nice flat back. Down and up for 3. Down and up for 4. Down and up for 5. Down, up for 6. Down, up for 7. Down, up for 8. Down and up for 9. Down and up for 10. All right, grab your other dumbbell. So we have both. These are going on our shoulders. Feet are wide, toes are out. Sitting down to our sumo squats. In 3, 2, and 1. Down and up. Down and up. Toes are following, or knees are following in that toe path. Down and up for 4. Down, up for 5. Down, up for 6. Down, up for 7. Down, up for 8. Whew. Down, up for 9. And down and up for 10. Alrighty, we are going to go ahead and rest for about 45 seconds. Then we have our second and final time through these. That one is a little bit more cardio than the first circuit. So we're gonna take a little bit more rest, get the heart rate down, get our breathing under control again before we start. Our finisher today is gonna be 4 exercises. It's gonna be all pulsing exercises, just to make sure that we completely fatigue any and all leg muscles. So that's what you have to look forward to after 30 reps of quads. Doing great though, we're almost done. All right, I am a woman of my word. I will be using 1 dumbbell for this round. We're doing lunges with a twist. Let's go ahead and step back with our right leg first and twist to the left. Here we go, and back and twist. 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 Doing great. Back and twist. Halfway done. Twist and twist and twist. Back and twist. Back and twist. We have 2 more on each side. Back and twist. Back and twist. Last 2 reps. Back and twist. Last one. And twist. Done with those. Oh boy. All right, overhead squats, 10 reps. Here we go. Up and sit down and up, down and up. Back is nice and straight, down and up for 3, down, up for 4, down and up for 5, down, 6, down and 7, down and 8, down, 9, last one, down and 10. Grab that other weight. Sumo squats, last time. Oh boy, thinking about my life choices. Yikes, okay. Dumbbells are up on the shoulders, feet are apart, toes are out at a 45-degree angle. Let's sit it down and up, down and up, down and up, down, up for 4, down, up, down, and 6, down, 7, down, 8, last 2, down, 9, last one, down, and 10. All right, everyone. We have 4 exercises to get through. 15 reps of each one. Every single one of them is going to be a pulse. First one is a pulse squat. So we're gonna sit down and pulse up and down 15 times. The next one is a pulse sumo, feet out, sit down, pulse for 15. The next one is a deadlift pulse. This one we're gonna use the dumbbells, down to the toes, up to the knees, down to the toes, all the way up. That one's gonna take a while, that one's only 10 reps. Then we're on the ground, glute bridges for 15. So we can do this. I am not using weight for the first 2 or the last one. I'm only using weight for the deadlifts. Let's put our feet hip width apart, toes are forward, hands at the chest. We're gonna sit down, we're gonna stay down and bounce up and down, and I will count it out for you. All right, let's do it. Sit it down and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice flat back. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Toes out. Sit it down and bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yikes, grab those weights. Pulsing deadlift. Here we go. Feet hip width apart, dumbbells on your legs, going down to the toes, up to the knees, down to the toes, all the way up and squeeze, down to the toes, up to the knees, down, all the way up, down, knees, toes, up, down, knees, toes, up. This should be burning. Down, knees, toes, up. Halfway done. Down, knees, toes, up. We got this. Down, knees, toes, up. 3 more. Down, knees, toes, up. 2 more. Down, knees, toes, up. Last one. Down, knees, toes, and up. Okay, we made it to the last exercise. On the ground, let's get with our back on the ground, feet on the floor, knees are bent. Hands to your side, feet pretty close to your butt. Let's push those hips to the sky. Up, squeeze, down, up and down, up and down. 3, up, down. 4, up, down, up, down. That's 6, up, down, up, down. 8, up, down, up, down. That's 10, up, down, up, down. 12, up, down, up, down. Last one, up and down. We did it. Day 17 in the books. That was intense and amazing. That was actually probably one of my favorite leg days that we've done so far. So thank you for being here. Tomorrow, day 18, is going to be a chest workout. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so much fun. So I will see you tomorrow, and thank you for being here with me today.